Hi guys, it's Angelia. How's everybody doing today? And right on cue, he goes to crowing. That is Heckle and Jekyll in the background, and so I apologize for all the noises you're going to be hearing, but I have a little farm here, and it gets quite vocal sometimes. And so, but anyhow, they've got a lot to say today. They had a lot to say yesterday, non-stop crowing. I don't know what's going on with them too, but I had them back here before my video started. They were hanging out and they just kept doing it, so we ran them over there thinking they would stop, and then they didn't, so we ran them to the front, and once they got to the front they quit. But now they're over here and they started up again, so yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Today is I keep wanting to say January, but it's February already. Can you believe that? February. It's Monday. It's either the 5th or the 6th. I don't know. I never keep up with it. I never know until I ask hubby, or I'll just go look at the calendar every once in a while. Or I just guess. But anyway, I wanted to come outside and do my video because it's absolutely beautiful, but all of a sudden it's gotten cloudy. But it has been sunny and it is so nice outside. It's in the 60s. And I tell you what, compared to what we had last week, I think it was, or the week before, we had a bunch of ice that came through, and yeah, it was super cold. And we never did lose our electric. I'm so thankful for that, but there's other people that have, and I've been praying for them to get their electric back on, because a lot of them still don't have electric. It went all the way from Texas, shot through Arkansas, and I think up in Tennessee. But anyway, yeah, it was super cold. Ice, I guess an ice storm is what you could say. But yeah, that day when it started here, I kept waiting for that electric to go out, and we have other means of being able to heat, but I just, I thought, wow, I just don't want to lose my electric. I just didn't want it to get that cold. But anyway, I want to get up here and show you guys what I have been working on, and I haven't been, actually, I haven't really got a lot done except just a couple of things, and I've been starting some things, and then for some reason I'm just not feeling it. And I had a bunch of squares made up, and I mean several, and I wasn't feeling it. And I just thought, you know what, instead of me just taking them and putting them in my craft room and stacking them in the corner like I've done before, I'm just going to frog them. And that's what I did last night. I just sat there and frogged every one of them, and there was probably like 13 of them. And I don't know what's going on, but there are, like, besides the blanket that I wanted to make for my friend, the heart blanket. And by the way, my daughter absolutely loved that blanket. She got it yesterday and she loved it. She did, that and the bear, and they loved their little owl treat bag. So yeah, that was exciting. But I am going to make another one of those for my friend. And then I'm wanting to make the Christmas light, the one that's by Sarah Zimmerman. It's the Christmas lights. It looks like the old-fashioned Christmas lights. I'm wanting to make one of them for my daughter. Hopefully she's not watching. But I have one myself, and I thought I'm going to make her one because she loves the Christmas lights like that, and I do too. It's my favorite. And so I'm going to make her one of them. And there's also another blanket that it's in a magazine that I've been eyeballing for a couple of years. And I thought, it's time. I'm going to make that blanket. So I'm going to surprise y'all with that, what I'm going to do. And I'll probably start it up here pretty soon. And there was something else. Now I can't remember. I don't remember what it was now. But anyway, I just kind of, want to work on things like that. And so anyway. So I've got a couple things here finished. And one of them that I actually made one just like, well, not just like it, but the same thing. A couple of years ago when me and Ashley, hi Ashley, from Stitching Ain't Easy, were doing scrappy projects, and that is so much fun when we do that. And we were doing it a couple of years ago, and I think I was making this during that time, and it was a rug. And I ended up making it, and it turned out so pretty, and I absolutely loved that rug. And I ended up putting it in, I started off putting it in my craft room, and then I changed my mind and I put it in the playroom because it just goes perfect in there with the way I've got it kind of set up. And it looks like a flower laying in the floor. And so I decided I wanted to make me another one, and I've been wanting to make one for a while and put it in my craft room. And where it's going to be sitting, it's kind of going to, I'm going to have it kind of over in front of this one cabinet that's got some of my yarn sitting in it. Because what happened was, I accidentally spilt something right there, and I'm having the hardest time getting that out of the carpet. And so I thought, you know what, I'm tired of messing with this, and so I'm just gonna make a rug and throw it over the top, and that's what I'm doing. And so I got a picture of what it is right here of the pattern. It is called the Midnight Star Mandala rug, and it's by the Lavender Chair. And it is free on their blog, and everything that I talk about, I'll put it down below in the description box. And I used a size 9mm hook, and here's what it looks like. I'll see if I can do this without dropping it. See how it looks like a flower? And so whenever I seen it the first time, I thought, I need that because it looks like a flower. And so I ended up making another one. Now, I messed up on this one because it turned out a lot smaller than my first one, because the other one's pretty good size, and this one didn't turn out as big, which that's okay, because where it's going to be, it'll fit perfect right there. And here it is. I think it's so pretty, and I just love the way it looks, all the scrappy yarn going through it. Now, I held 2 strands together like I did with my first one, and because she used bulky yarn in the one she made, and so I didn't have a whole lot of bulky yarn like this, so I just thought I'm just going to hold 2 strands together like I did my first one. And so, and I used, like I said, the 9mm hook. Now I used a metal hook. It's the boy hook, and I need to get me some hooks that are in bigger sizes like that are more cushiony, like, I guess, because I have arthritis in my hand, and that metal hurts my hand because I want to grip it so tight. And so I guess I just need to break down, and I use clover hooks, and they help my hands quite a bit. They don't hurt as bad. But that one, I love my boy hooks, and I love my Susan Bates hooks, but I just would like to get something where the metal don't hurt my hand. But anyway, that's what I used. But somewhere along the line, I messed up. Now, I know I messed up right here, because this should have had 2 rows of half double crochet, and I didn't do it. And somewhere else along the line, I messed up because there's just not enough. I skipped it somewhere, is all I got to say. Because it's just not as big as the other one. And I think what happened is, you know how when you go up on a blog and it's got the advertisement in it? Sometimes whenever advertisement comes on there, or a video that they're showing something on how they're doing it, it will make that pattern go up and down. Well, I think that's what happened. And I wasn't paying attention, and I just didn't pay attention, and I skipped it. So, and sometimes I'm real bad about not counting my stitches or putting a stitch marker in there and all that kind of stuff. So I just went with it. I wasn't going to frog it. Wasn't going to go all the way back and frog it and do all that, because I'm not picky. I love it just the way it is. And like I said, when you lay it down flat, it's flat all the way, except for the very end. It's got a little bit of a ruffle, and where I'm going to have it, it's not going to be an issue with me tripping over it or anything like that. But it looks like a flower. I just think it's so pretty, and it was real easy to make. It didn't take long, you know, being bulky yarn. Well, I held 2 strands, that made it bulky. So yeah, I think it's so pretty. So anyway, I'm gonna be putting it in my craft room, since I already have the other one in my playroom. All right, now this next one I'm going to pause you, and I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to model it for you, because guys, I finally got my shrug done. I got it done last week, I think, and I got all the ends finally sewed in, and I'm super excited to show you how it looks. And now I can I guess you could say semi-retire my other one. I'll just wear it during the fall and stuff, because it's got all those fall colors, and I wanted something that had a little bit more cheerful colors in it, because this time of year, it's, you know, it's always so cold and kind of gloomy and everything, and I wanted some color. So anyway, I'm gonna pause you and put it on, and I'm gonna model it for you. Hopefully I won't fall. Okay, here we go. Okay, the back of it is that yarn bee, the sugar wheel. And the rest of it is just mainstay yarn that I use. And I absolutely love this. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited that I got it done. I had to go run my rooster back over there. He sees me sitting over here, and he wants to see what I'm up to, but he come over here walking sideways and had his I just know he was up to no good. Let's just say. But anyway, I think it turned out so pretty, and I'm so excited that it's done. Oh my goodness, yeah. I wanted to make something that, for Valentine's, and just make something that had some more color to it this time of year, just to kind of make it a little bit more cheerful and everything. I want to make another one, but I want to do it in Christmas colors and stuff. And so, who knows? Yeah, I definitely need one of them. I was thinking I need to make one for summer, but I ain't gonna wear it during summer. I was just thinking. But anyway, now this is a pattern by, let me get it right here, Jennifer, let's see, Jeanne Steinhilber. I'll get you a picture up here to show you what it looks like. If I can keep this tablet from going every which way. They got a lot to say, don't they? Here it is. Jeanne Steinhilber. And it's called the Modern Granny Shrug. And really easy to make. And they also have a video tutorial on the Crochet Crowd where they show you how to make it too. And this is free on their blog. Now I ended up using mainstay yarn through the rest of it because I just wanted to kind of break it up. I ended up not using both sugar wheels. This one is called Strawberry Swish. And like I said, I just did the back with one, and then I decided I wanted to break it up, and I'd actually almost thought about doing it after I put these different colors in there that kind of was close to those colors that was in this, but I thought, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it for something else. And so I just finished it out with what I had, just did this and that. Oh, pink multi, I can't think of it right now. And then the rest of this is mainstay gray, red, and pink, all mainstay. But I think it turned out so pretty. Now, I ended up doing single crochet to join it. Now, I think on hers, she sewed it together, if I remember right. And honestly, I can't remember how I did my first one because it wasn't sewed. It was flat, where this is, single crochet. So I followed a video somewhere else and joined it together, but I wanted to do something. I didn't feel like going and hunting for something, and I didn't want to sew, and I just thought, you know what, I love doing the single crochet because it works up so much faster, and I don't care about it having a seam like that. Now, the one thing I wished I would have done, and I can still do it, is put some pockets on it. I think it needs some pockets because I'm constantly, putting my hands in my pockets a lot of times, and so I thought it'd be nice if I had pockets on it. So I might still, add some to it. You probably hear hubby in the background. If I didn't mention that earlier, he's in the shop working on another bird feeder. So, but anyway, now on this I used, if I remember right, a 5.5 millimeter hook. And I absolutely love this pattern. It worked up really fast. Now, whenever I was working on this and I had it laying down on the floor, because when you lay it down, to make the arms, you take each corner and you kind of meet them together on the sides to get your arm. And then she tells you how far to go up, which I think she said 8 inches, which I went a lot longer than that. And single crocheted it to make the hole opening right there. And but whenever I had it laying flat down on the floor, I thought, man, that'd make a really pretty blanket, so. But anyway, and I just love that stitch like that. Now the collar, I did mine different. I really don't remember how hers was, but I just did it almost pretty similar to the one I did on my other one, which I started off doing single crochet, I do believe. It was either single or half. But I did do front post, back post to give it a little bit more of a texture there, to help it to kind of stand out a little bit more. And I did 2 rows of that, and on the very end I ended up doing just single crochet. See my Sunny back there. So I think it turned out so pretty, and I'm so glad I got it finished. So I think the next one that I'll start up on, which technically I've already got my fall one, I like to make a Christmas one, so that's something I'll be working on. Probably, maybe if I get it started, we'll just work on it throughout the year. Who knows about me? It don't take long to make these. But anyway, that's what I got going there. got 2 finished objects. And yeah, I don't know if I already said it because I've already started this video up. I don't know how many times because my chickens wouldn't cooperate. Well, I say the roosters. The hens do fine. It's the roosters. Heckle and Jekyll. But I been real bad about getting a bunch of things started and just don't want to finish it and just put it on my cart and just lay it there. I don't know what the deal is, but I think I'm just gonna stick to those ones that I know in my mind that I really want to do and do it and quit skipping it. And I need to pull out those 2 star blankets, or is it sunburst? I think it's sunburst is what they're called. I think it's one of Jada's patterns, and I need to finish those 2. I got them sitting under my table in there, and I started them last year and never finished them, and all the one needs is the end sewn in, so I need to work on that. But I do have my whips. I have a couple of them. I have that Advent Andy, and I got to working on the girl, and she's right up there with him now. So I'm kind of wanting to do both of them at the same time because he's throughout the whole year. So I'll probably just do another video and show you the progress on them. They're so cute. But anyway, yeah, this weather's got me in the mood to get my garden going, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. I tell you what, I got my seeds out yesterday and was looking at them and pulling the ones out, and my chickens are awfully quiet over there now. Pulled my seeds out, and I am going, and I mean this. I'm going to tell y'all that way you can hold me accountable. I am going to try my hardest to put every plant that I put in my garden, I am going to try to start it from seed. I've got so many seed packets in there, and it's almost like yarn for me. When I go to the store and I see these seed packets, I start getting them. It's like a collection I got. I don't have that many, but it can be very addicting, I can tell you right now. And I don't have the room for everything that I have, but wow, I just dreamed that maybe I'll get a bigger area and I can do it. But then that means I'll have to put a fence up around it because I know my chickens are going to get in it and, you know, mess with it. My one that I have now has a fence around it. I've got 3 actually, and they got fences around them. So, and to tell you about how much I love gardening, I have a clothesline, and where my clothesline is, I ended up I had my hubby, that's what I'm trying to say, put a fence around it so I can put a garden in there too. So during the summertime, I got my clothesline on one side of it, and on the front of it, I have a little bit of a garden place there. So yeah. Oh yeah, I love my gardening, but I got the seed packets out and I was looking at them, and you know, about this time of year, you know, being here, that I live here in Arkansas, I think it's about that time when you start your seeds indoors. And so, and our weather here is crazy. I mean, it can be super nice one day and the next day it can be freezing rain, you know. Like last week, we had that freezing ice, and today it's 60 something. And so I'm planning on going to town this week, and so I'm going to look at getting some stuff to try to get mine started on the inside, and hopefully I can find a place in there where I can stick it, because you know I got kitty cats, and you know I'm surrounded by trees. So probably what I'll do is get them started in the house, and then I'll just, on days that it's nice, I'll stick them outside on my porch, and hopefully the chickens won't get up there and mess with them, because they have figured out how to get up on the decks. So mostly the front. They've been on the back one a couple of times, and so yeah, I'll have to figure that one out. I'll have to keep tabs on it, because I don't want them getting up there messing up my seeds once they get going. But I think that's what I want to do. I want to do that. I usually go to the greenhouse and I'll get the tomato plants that are, you know, already up about like this. And last year, I did start some from seed and got them going in there. And I did do it with my kale and some cabbage, which I've never grew cabbage before. And I only did a couple, and they turned out. I was so excited because I thought I've never done cabbage. And where I'm at, I got these pine trees around me, and I thought, well, I don't know if the dirt, being that it's, you know, it's probably got a lot of acid in it and stuff. I try not to put a lot of stuff in my dirt. I used to, you know, but I'm trying to just let it do its own thing and not disturb it, is what I'm trying to say, because you know, when you have worms and stuff in there, the earthworms and stuff, it's really good for it. And so I'm not going to do that this year. I actually do have it covered, and I'm going to take that stuff off, and I'm going to do it that way. And I'm going to try not to use my garden tiller. I'm just going to get in there and do whatever I got to do. You know, I got a hoe. Uh-oh, here's one of my roosters. I might have to pause you for a minute. Yeah, he's walking over to me sideways, so that means he's wanting to mess with me. Hold on a second. Yeah, he was definitely trying to come at me. Oh my goodness. My husband told me, he said, now you're the one that wanted them. I told him, I said, I had no clue that I was going to be getting 2 roosters. You know, because when you go, I got mine at Atwood's, and I'm sure there's, if I remember right, they do have tubs where they tell you if these are the hens. I don't remember. I just remember going there, and I just reached in there and grabbed some. And yes, I did want a rooster. I really did, but I didn't know I was getting 2 of them. There's something else. But anyhow, and it's, you know, the other day when I got in the coop, I got in there, and I couldn't get the back open because they had laid some eggs. And the back wouldn't come open because one side of it, I guess, from the water dripping, it was froze. I'll just say that. And so I would come around the front to reach in there to get a couple of eggs out of there. And the next thing I know, he come in the coop after me. And so I thought, oh my gosh. So he tried one time, and I looked at him, and I put my foot up between me and him. And I thought, you know what? I've got just one chance here. I got to remember to duck my head when I come out of that coop, because he was over to the far side, and I put my head down, and I took off running out of there, and he was chasing me. So I guess that's what I get for laughing at my brother many years ago. But anyhow, but yeah, he's got a lot to say over there. Anyway, back to my garden. I am so ready to do my garden. I really am, but I'm going to get my seeds started and get that going. I've got the main thing that I absolutely, without a doubt, more than anything else that I'm going to plant are tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I can eat my weight in tomatoes. 2 years ago, I think it was about 2 years ago, maybe 3, I had high cholesterol, and they wanted to put me on medicine, and I said no. I told them no, and then they gave me a prescription, and of course I got it filled, and I did research on it, and it was like all the stuff that it can, you know, do to you, and I'm one of those ones, I want to try my hardest to see if I can do it natural. And so I thought, I'm not going to do it. Well, that year I didn't try too hard, and I went back, and it was still up. It wasn't as bad. And so I told her, I said, I'll be honest with you, I got the prescription, but I said I never took it because I didn't like the side effects. Well, I'm going to give you a different one. Maybe this one will maybe won't scare you as bad, you know, don't have as this and that. I still didn't like it. And I thought, I ain't doing it. I am going to try this on my own, and I'm going to do the best that I can do. And so I got out there, and I walked every day, and I never missed, of course, if it was raining, but I walk every day. And I started watching I really started watching what I was eating. And that was, I'd eat nothing but vegetables and fruit. And every day I would eat a tomato sandwich. Every day a tomato sandwich. I eat wheat, whole grain wheat. You know, I eat oatmeal and stuff like that. I didn't eat any of that other stuff. And yes, I do like my chocolate, but I actually didn't eat it as much. And my cholesterol went from being like, I think it was like 261 down to like 189 within a year, because I cut out on a lot of stuff. And I ate nothing but, and I'm not kidding, tomato sandwiches every day. And I would eat those little Tommy Toe tomatoes all the time. And I know they say, you know, the acid from it's not real good for you, I guess. Do and all that, but you know what, it didn't hurt me. I think it actually helped me, so I give the tomatoes the credit. And she even asked me, what did you do? I said, I started eating tomato sandwiches every day. And I did. And I would eat a baked potato too every day. Of course, I haven't never grown potatoes, and I'd love to, but I don't have the place for it, I don't think, unless I do containers. And if any of you guys have done potatoes in a container, let me know how it worked out. I seen a video where a lady, did hers in a laundry basket, kind of like this one right here. And she got a whole bunch of potatoes out of that. And, you know, I thought I might try that just to see, because like I said, my dirt, I've got pine trees, and I'm sure it's got a lot of acid and stuff in it. And I don't know. I'm not an expert on gardening. I am far, far from it. But I love watching Jess from Roots and Refuge. She is originally from Arkansas, and she's got a YouTube channel, and I absolutely love watching her. She's a tomato girl too. She loves her tomatoes. And then there's another girl that's from Arkansas. What is the name of her channel? Willow Farm or something like that. She actually bought Jess's house, and Jess had a farm here, and so I think Jess ended up moving to South Carolina, and then this girl bought her house, and she has a YouTube channel too, and I love watching her channel. So they're very informative on the gardening and everything. So yeah. And then there's another one I watch. He's what is it called, M.I. Gardener or something like that. But I mostly watch Jessie. But she's very, very smart on her stuff. All of them are. But yeah, I would love to get more knowledgeable about it and stuff like that. I'd love to own a greenhouse, and I got a spot picked out, and me and hubby talked about it, but we just never got around to it. So anyway, I have been on here for what, 26 minutes, and I'm just yakking away about everything else besides crochet. You know what? Sometimes I like getting up here and just talking about other things, and you know, I do. I love talking about my little farm here and what, you know, kind of like what we do around here and everything. So the only other thing that I forgot to make, and it just now reminded me, you know, I told you I was wanting to make some of my farm critters, like my farm critters for Valentine's. Like I made the cat and the chicken, and what was the other thing I made? I can't remember. But anyway, I forgot to make a pig. I forgot to make a Miss Piggles, so I need to make a Miss Piggles. And she's actually black with a little bit of white on her. But I might just go ahead and make a black one, and just like what she is, and then maybe I'll make something pink. I can put a pink heart on the side of it. That's what I'll do. So I need to make another one of them. But anyway, I guess I'm going to hop off here before my video gets way too long, and I might get back up here and do another one to show you the progress of my Advent Andy, or I might just wait a couple of days before I do that. But anyway, I guess I'll hop off, and all the links will be down below if you'd like to go and check out what I've talked about and maybe make you one or anything like that. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. A wonderful, blessed day, that is. And as you can see, I'm having one because the sun's coming out, and I'm absolutely excited about it. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will be chatting to you guys real soon.